In this clip, a contract pilot explains what really happens when you show up being cheap. You don't just lose money out of your pocket, you become a scab in an industry where all the pilots and owners talk to each other. Before you quote your next day rate, pay attention to this part. When you guys talk about kind of undercutting for the lower price, in that world, how is that viewed amongst your peers within the 91
Extremely
world?
negatively.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
so I was
Amongst the
curious.
full-time contractors, it's blacklistable.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. There's
Okay.
there's
Yes.
Let's
there's
talk about that.
there's several contracting Facebook pages, forums that the rates are kind of set. Like
Yeah.
I can't go to Mobile, Alabama and get $1,500 a day in a King Air. Dallas, Texas, I can get $1,500 a day in a King Air all day plus per diem, right? So you have to kind of know the market. If somebody calls me from Mobile and they want me to go there from the Dallas area, you'll pay my Dallas day rate. But if I see a job posting and I, reach out, I'm expected to meet their market standards for day rates. And it's really frowned upon if they go, hey, Joe Smo told me, it was $1,500 a day. I was like, hey man, I'll do it for 13. If that gets out, which it always does, because these owners love to
Always.
throw it in your face. Hey, he does it for 13.
Yeah.
It's now my responsibility to make sure you either come up on your day rate or you're no longer able to contract in my area.
It's fascinating.
We
Right.
take it personal, because
Yeah.
not only are you taking bread out of my mouth, you're taking bread out of all my friends' mouth.
Everybody
And
else's
the contract world is incredibly small.
It's like how the unions have gotten the airline rates to a decent level. It's the same concept.
yeah,
It's
we're
like
just
being
self-policing it.
it's being a scab is
Yeah.
what it is in that industry. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's go back to your guys' conversation about, when you were going in there and gaining a foot in the door. How do you do that in the correct way then? Like, how do you, if you don't have any experience and you got to go and do what you got to do, because you got to look at it from the perspective of a cadet for
Well-
the airlines or even
You got
Connor in
to
that
be a
scenario.
likable person, number one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I mean, you can train a monkey how to fly these airplanes,
Yeah.
truly. But, if you don't want to spend, 10, 15 hours a day on the road with somebody, then that right there will make you not call somebody back.
Okay.
But it's all about being a likable person. And, knowing where you're at experience-wise and matching the price for that. And if you can go in there and, it's not a hard sell. Hey, I have 1,500 hours. I can't do it for what experienced guys do it at $1,500 an hour. So how about you just cut it in half and pay me $750? If I do a good job over and over again, they're going to go with the cheaper guy until you gain that experience, and then start getting where where a Hugh is, getting, top dollar for moving these machines around.
And then can I make
For
a
a
point
lower
really
time
quick?
guy,
Oh, go ahead.
for a lower time guy, it's really important to network with guys like myself, like Scott. We've been in the contract world. Pre-COVID, pre-insurance crackdown, you would have to pay a King Air guy to sit in his right seat.
Yes.
That was common. You would pay to build turbine time at a tune of like $80 an hour, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And
Yeah.
there were guys that
Pay to
would
play, baby.
there were guys that would advertise this. Hey, I've got an empty King Air seat. Pay me $80 an hour. You can sit there. And if it was like a 200 and you were multi-engine rated, I'd just let you log it as PIC time, right? Last
Gee.
week, I paid an FO $750 to sit right seat in a CJ3 with me because the
Which is a
owner's life insurance policy.
single pilot airplane. Yeah.
Single pilot airplane.
Yep.
The insurance company, his life insurance company, required him to fly with 2 pilots at all times. So I literally
The owner,
paid this
yeah.
person to sit there. All they did was run the radios because the gear's on my side, ran the radios, and load bags. And I did most of the loading because I'm pretty picky about how I stack my stuff. $750 a day. That was unheard of, like even 5 years ago. Like no one lets you sit in my right seat and talk in my ear all day. I'm over that. But the industry has changed where to get the left seat job has become harder, or you can make a pretty good inroad into the 91 community just by showing up, taking care of people's equipment, helping to load bags. Be personable. I got a notebook that has a list of pilots, and there's 2 classes. There's a class of pilot that I would spend an overnight with, and there's a class of pilot that I just call them for day trips because they're annoying overnight.
Sure. Yes.
You know?
Yeah. You don't take Connor to the bar overnight with you.
Done that.
We've done
I got
that.
some stories that that cannot show up on the podcast. But yes, we've done that